Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making skins for your Fivem server. First thing you need is you need a template. You have to have an idea of what kind of skin you want to make, or you can just kind of let it free flow to you as you go through this tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be using paint.net. Paint.net, you can make really quality skins. Some people use Photoshop. I personally prefer paint.net. It's a lot easier. So you got your template, and I've got all the stuff I'm going to use to make my skin right here. These skins are going to be based off of Arkansas State Police. I'm from Arkansas, so that's why they're going to be based off that. You're going to take all these and just open with paint.net. We'll come over here. So this is my template. As you can see down here in the bottom right, excuse me. As you can see in the bottom right, my image is showing 2048 by 2048. What I want to do is I want to go up here to image. I want to resize it. And I want to make sure this maintain aspect ratio is checked. And I want to go 4096 by 4096. And I want to change this resolution from 28 pixels a centimeter to 100. That's going to give your image a lot higher quality fidelity. Okay. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here in my little layers tab, and I'm going to add a new layer. I personally like to come over here to the little properties, this little properties tab right here. Click on that, and it'll come up, and this is your opacity. And I like to set this to 144. Now, my base paint is going to be white. So I'm going to switch this. It already comes black and white, so I'm just going to switch it. Go up here to the little paint bucket in my tools section. I'm just going to click. Now my car is white. So if I turn this opacity back up, all you're going to see is a white canvas. Next thing I want to do is I want to add a new layer. Now this is going to be the start of my skin right here. So this skin is going to be a little difficult to make, and the reason it's going to be difficult is because it laps from the sides of the car onto the hood. Alright, so if I come up here and I type in so this is what an Arkansas State Police car looks like. So if you look here, the stripe runs up the side and over the hood. That's what I'm going to be basing my cars off of. So yeah. Now I've already got one set up. This one was for a Charger. And I want this exact same color right here because it looks really good in game. It's not quite a royal blue. It's a little bit darker. So I'm going to go to my little color picker right here. I'm just going to pick that color. Now that color is in my primary color wheel. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to use my little line tool, line and curve tool. I'm going to make this, I don't know, I'm going to go with 100 first, see how wide it is. Oh, that's about right too. As you can see, I forgot to turn my opacity down. Set that to 144. Now, I want my stripe to run from about this line right here, which is midway on the door. Well, it's pretty close to midway on the door. I want it to run just like that. I'm going to bring it up. And I want the bottom of my line to catch that little indentation right there. This little indent right here. That's going to be the easiest way to line it up. And, you know, I still might have to do this a couple times, but that'll be alright. So again, starting down here, this will be your opposite side. Catch that little indent right there. That's a little bit off. So if you need to erase something real quick, all you gotta do is press Control Z. There we go. So that's going to be my starting point. I got my stripes for my doors. Now, the hard part is going to be lining these stripes up with this hood. So this hood, as you can see, the little indents are right here. You got this whole little riser right here on the side. So that riser is going to be right there. And this is the really hard part to do. It's the hardest part you're probably going to do. I'm going to have to turn that down to probably 70. Nope, a little bit higher. So try 80. Oh yeah. Now the stripes on the car run to the middle. Right there. They'll meet right here. Let's see, I messed that one up. A little bit further. Alright. Now I want to click off of that. I want to go over here to the little eraser and see if I don't erase this, it'll show up on the back end of my car, and I don't want that. And I like to clean it up. Now make sure when you're doing a line, so this right here is the edge of your hood. You don't want your paint line to be setting right on that edge because you'll leave a white line right there. You don't want that. So now before I go any further, actually, that's kind of off a little bit. Or it looks off to me. I'm going to go ahead and add a new layer. I've already got the San Andreas State Police logo right here. The little badging for the car. Now you want to add this layer because if you don't, watch what happens if I put it on here. It gets rid of that stripe right there, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to put that on my new layer, and see, it doesn't override that stripe. Now, I'll turn my opacity down. Now I want this to be smaller, so I'm just going to take this corner, and I'm going to drag it directly towards this corner. So I want it about, that's still too big. Right about there. Right about the center of the door. Get a little bit bigger. I like that. And I can copy it. And I can paste. And come right down here and do the same thing. Now it's right behind this. It's right behind this body line on the other door. On this door. So I can do the same thing here. And it's symmetrical. Now I'm going to do it again. But I'm going to make this even smaller. It'll get one there. I'm going to copy and paste again. And then I'll put another one right there. Now, I'm going to add some text in. Make sure you click off of this box. So just go up here and hit your rectangle select and just click anywhere. That way you're not, whenever you go to add your text and you start typing, it's not trying to combine it to that box. So, I want my text to be that same color. So I'm going to do all caps, state, not start, state trooper, bold, and I want it to be bigger, not quite that big. Put it right in there like that. Then I can copy this. Paste it. And move it down here. If you're wondering how I'm zooming in and out like this, it's left control and your mouse wheel. Now I'm going to do another one right here. Oop, need the text. Just like that. I'm going to make this one bigger. State and trooper. Just like that. And that Ford logo is going to be right there. And I want to kind of space it about even on both sides. I know there's different letters, the words are different sizes, doesn't matter. One thing you do want to note, this is Officer Underwood's vehicle model. Anything inside this red box right here says leave it black, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. It says keep it black or your skin will look stupid, just like you for coloring the red square anything other than black. So I'm going to leave that black just in case. That is going to be it for the Arkansas State Police skin. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring up all these opacity meters. Bring them all the way up. And now I'm going to go to layer 4. And I'm going to move everything down. Now I'm just going to go File, Save As. I'm going to save it to my desktop. And it's going to be exp _sign_1 is going to be my name for it. I'm going to save. It's going to pop up this little save configuration box. You just go down here and press OK. It'll save it to your desktop. There it is right there. Now I'm going to come into Open 4. And I'm going to drag it over, drop it. Now I have to go into my model and make sure that my lines on the striping is lined up. Which it's pretty close. As you can see, this one's a little off. And that one's a little off. So I'm going to go in. Other than that, it's pretty good looking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in. I'm going to add this stripe on both sides. And I will show you guys how to do that. So I can minimize that. Go back up here. Now, what I want to do, Control Z until you get back to your layer opacity right here. Now make sure you go to your layer that's got your striping on it. And all I'm messing with right here is the hood. So I'm going to add me a new line. And I'm going to go with a 20. We're just going to see what a 20 does. If you notice, I put it right there on that, well, I'll show you on this side. So I put this little crosshair to where it's pretty much lined up with that outside line. I just drag it down and drop it right about there. Now, I'm going to go back and move all my layer opacities back up again. Move them all back down. This is the merge layers down. And then I'm going to just click save this time. It'll save in the exact same spot. I'm going to go back to my Open 4. Drag and drop. OK. Make sure you save. If you don't save, it's going to look the exact same. Go back into my model. Look at there. That thing lines up real nice now. Now all you got to do is you got to put it in game and test it. And that is how you make a skin for Fivem. If you got any questions, leave a comment down below. I will go through the lighting on this one is red and blue. And Arkansas State Police is all blue and blue with a couple ambers thrown in the back deck bar. So this this light bar right here. They got a couple ambers thrown in there, and I'll show you guys how to do that in a future video. But if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notification so you stay informed every time I make a video, and I'll see you guys next time.